Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is April 9th, 2018, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, Bank of Canada is having a business outlook survey, and that's happening later today at 4:30 South African time. Not much to really suspect or expect from this number, just not such an important number, but if there are any surprises, you do want to know about it. But let's take a look at the markets and see what's been happening. So on the back of last week's non-farm payroll last Friday, not much of a surprise in terms of non-farm payroll, but there's a little bit of market jitters because of some of this trade war that's being exchanged between Donald Trump and China. They want to impose tariffs or more tariffs on more items, bringing items to United States from China. And this is kind of funny because, where else are you going to get the goods from? Okay, you're going to add tariffs on goods from China, but you're not really finding a solution for where else you can bring in goods. It might, you know, on the long run, might not really affect China, but all in all, if this trade war is going to continue, there's going to be a little bit more uncertainty in the markets, and the market doesn't like uncertainty. Looking at the Euro USD here, and we dipped last week to 122.18. Beautiful support level there, and we held that line, and then we bounced off of it to 122.78. I do gather that we'll have somewhat of a comeback this week, maybe a little bit of a small rally, as we've sold off from 123.49 to 122.18, which is about 140 pips, altogether. Nothing really, colossal. But as we're trading within these two ranges, this would have been a really great place to actually pick it up in the anticipation that it's going to go higher. GBP USD getting much stronger, as you can see here, above 141. We dipped below 140 last week, just barely, and we held the line as well, 139. 985, excuse me, and we're trading at 141. So, if with this breakout, we'll see if the Euro USD plays catch up, and will this, close some of the gap that we've sold off from 142 versus a dollar. USDs are also traded to 1208 last week, and we're making that correction right now. We're at 1197. I do figure that we'll continue making this correction, and we'll close this, gap between 1198 and 1178 as the week progresses. That's something to take a look at. Now jumping into gold, it's been kind of a rocky road for gold. Nothing really, to write home about. It's not in a massive trading range, but you could scalp and you could just nitpick on certain positions as this has been trading between 1325 and 1333. Great, really, small little pivot points that you can, jump in, maybe, make a couple of bucks on the trade, which is nothing wrong. Okay, just have to realign your expectations as to the trading range that we're in currently. Now, looking at oil, we sold off sharply last week. We're trading at 62.32, below $64 a barrel, and it looks like we're going to be, selling off continuously, maybe down to the $61-ish range as the week progresses. So, if we do get any bounces this week, we may want to look to actually short that on the anticipation it's going to go down. Now, jumping into the Dow Jones, last week we had a really rocky road. I mean, we traded between 24,420 all the way down to 23,740-ish level, which is about a 700-point range. Okay, that's a lot. And, we kind of sold off based on what I mentioned earlier, is basically on the cuff that, the China and the US are going to be having trade wars, which has been really going on for some time. Just now it's a little bit more, it's more in the news and it's more orated, so there's a little bit more suspicion in the market. So with that said, we're looking for somewhat of a reversal here this morning. 24,121, we're above 24,000, which is a nice sign. So I'd look actually for this to actually continue rallying, maybe to the 24,200-ish level, maybe just above it. But I'd like to see some sort of continuation here, okay, because it is making a lower high and it is making somewhat of a channel here on the downside. On the higher lows, as you can see here, between 23,350 to 23,545 and then 23,933, the next lower high should be somewhere in the 24,300-ish level. So that's what I would look at, to say that this would be continually, going in an up direction. Looking at the DAX this morning, we gapped up very nicely, and we continued that rally, 12,326. Let's see if we do break out of this 12,400-ish level. That's my anticipation. Okay, I'd like to see it above 12,350. If we do go there, we could definitely close in on the 12,434. So a lot happening in terms of the indices. I'd focus more on the indices for this Monday than I would on the Forex, just because it's more volatile and going on the back of the non-farm payroll that was last Friday. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.